Hey guys, we'll be starting up here just a couple of seconds here. Give me just a minute. Fragilities, thank you for the follow, man. Really do appreciate that. Be starting up real soon, man. And once again, thank you for that follow. Really do appreciate that. Alright, guys. How's it going? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day and night. Hopefully fragilities or things should pop up and everything. But once again, thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Alright guys. So to go ahead and get this little talk kind of over with and stuff, because I do really want to get back to Final Fantasy and everything. I do need to talk a little bit about this elephant room that's kind of been brewing up for a little bit now. We'll go ahead and go back to the lo-fi stuff real quick. All right. So I want to preface this with, actually, you know what? We're gonna cut the production here. We're gonna go straight to here's where we are. No fancy background or nothing. We just want to get this in here and be kind of real with you all for a second. So no flashy lights, no nothing. This is just me and the good old green screen back here. So in fact, let's go ahead and cut the music, because we're gonna talk about get a little serious here for a second, guys. So to know about my MMO background, I loved WoW when I was exposed to it. The first MMO I was exposed to would have been MapleStory. Where I lived with, I had a really bad internet connection. So that was one of the only online games, because it's that 2D side scroller type MMO. I was able to handle it on my computer at the time there. So I didn't get into World of Warcraft until retail. I didn't get into until seriously would have been WoD. WoD would have been my first WoW retail experience. Before that, I did do private servers on Wrath of the Lich King servers when it was out. I was in a time with my family where I literally could not afford the sub or the game itself. Um, so that's the route me and a few of my friends went. Um, so that's my part in MMO. That's how long I've been kind of in uh, WoW's uh, community. Um, I would usually play DPS, though my want to play would have been tank. I say would have been tank um, because I would run into the same um, the same wheel of events. Let's just say the same wheel of events would happen every time that I wanted to do tank. These are the events that would happen till I went ahead and switched either to healer or DPS. So it would first start off at, hey, I want to play tank. Start PvEing with tank. And get to the point where I'm starting to do dungeons. And every time without fail, going to normal dungeons. Even after I watch videos, I kind of know exactly what to do, but maybe I don't do it perfectly. Just getting my head chewed off. Constantly. Constantly to the point where I would be so anxious trying to play my tank that I want to play. That's what I want to do. I want to tank. I didn't want to DPS. I didn't want to heal. I wanted to tank. And just always complete negativity. No positive words in my direction at all. Ever. And this was every expansion from when I started on retail in WoD. Now, I didn't experience this at all in the private servers because I had my friends to play with and everything. But when I did retail, we didn't have a lot of the same schedule sometimes. Sometimes I would have to go off, find my own groups and everything. And to the people who would come in here and say, well, yeah, you need to be playing with your friends or stuff, that doesn't excuse the constant negativity that I would get every time without fail, till I was so anxious, so beaten down about it. I was like, fine, I'm not touching tank again this expansion. Go ahead and level up a rogue or level up a priest. And it would just depend on who I knew was playing, when they would play, what guild we were in at the time, what they needed. And that's what I would end up doing. So that was what I got from the WoW community. That wasn't my immediate friends, or a lot of the guilds I was in wouldn't do that to me. There was a couple that did, but for the most part, give me a second. For the most part, the guilds I was in was full of somewhat supportive people. Most of them were, hey, I'll help you out. And then when I would message for help or anything like that, I wouldn't get an answer. And it was just kind of that unreliableness kind of there still. I will also preface this with That was the start. The community was the start of me not liking WoW, but it was the MMO to play at the time. Um, I didn't hating start not hating, sorry, not hating, disliking the the systems and the questionable design decisions till um I guess I could say Legion. Some of the design decisions in Legion, though there was a lot of content, and I loved Legion. I played all through Legion. I actually didn't stop my sub at all through Legion. Um, Even though I probably didn't get the playing time in there that I needed to make that sub uh, make sense in my mind. I still didn't stop it. I had my sub all through Legion. I played Legion and I liked it. I liked that as an expansion. Um, I guess when it comes down to it, that was when I started questioning decisions. Um, got really bad in BFA and that stuff. Um, and then when Shadowlands hit, um, I'd already quit completely before 9.1 hit. Um, because I didn't like in the direction it was going system wise. The community itself, it's still beating me down once again. Me not playing the spec I want, which I want to play tank. Um, I didn't care what class tank. I just wanted to play tank. Um, and yeah, then at that time I had went ahead and quit WoW before 9.1, before all of the current stuff that is now happening at Blizzard and Activision at the moment. Now, I bring this up because a lot of hate right now is going towards someone who's not even really playing WoW at the moment, and that's Asmongold. Um, I guess let me preface this with how I got exposed to Asmon. Um, I've watched his stream twice. Now his actual live streams I've only watched twice. Uh, no, actually, like live, I watched only for his D&D stuff, because that's been my channel's like first focus. When I started this was to record and stream my friends and mine's D&D campaign. Um, and that was the one game that I can go to every now and then. I can properly do my game fix if I do it weekly. If I could do it daily, like twice a week or 3 times a week, that would be cool. But that's not the schedule that we can all agree to at the moment. Um, so mostly with his content, I took a lot of his clips and stuff off YouTube and everything. I might not agree with Asmongold Zach completely on stuff, on his opinions on stuff and everything like that. But hardly ever would I consider him a toxic person. Um, You can maybe kinda say that in a lot of his past stuff. But I wouldn't say as of recently. I mean, I would even say before BFA, I would say from Legion on, the stuff and clips that I've seen and everything like that have been a guy carving his community into a more respected community and everything. And I believe that he's been doing this since he's been very consistent with his views and stuff, especially with his community when it comes to them and everything. And that's only been more apparent the bigger he's gotten. So I don't believe that the toxicity that I have experienced in the WoW community from my day one of being in the game to my last day being in the game has ever been because of him and his community. A lot of the negativity I get sounds a lot like those few developers that have commented on him, not liking him, and not liking those that question their design decisions in game. And a lot of the players of the game sound a lot like a lot of the guys that play WoW that comment on Asmund stuff negatively towards him and calling his community toxic and telling him that he's a bad person and all of this. Sounds very much similar to the attacks on me when I was playing WoW and in the WoW community, trying to be a tank and then getting beaten down every expansion until I switched to DPS or healer. And then that expansion came along and I was like, okay, I'm going to get tanked this time. Let's do it. And then as soon as I get to normal dungeons, not doing heroic, not even thinking about mythic or mythic plus when that came around and everything, just normal dungeons would just be constant attack and negativity. As soon as I would make the smallest mistake or error or something like that. So I take this and I make this point to say that the Blizzard community has been toxic since before I've even known about Asmongold and Zakarar. And it's not sounding like his community to be the ones that attacked me then. It sounds a lot like the people that are attacking Asmongold now, who think they are on this high horse. Now, I want to go through a couple of, as I'm going to bring up Asmongold's tweet real quick. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff and talk about some of the comments on down below, both the positive and the negative ones. And we're going to talk about that for a minute. All right, guys. So let's go back down over here. So, You can't expect him to not defend himself and his community. And the fact that you think that he should not have any say there or back to the people that are attacking him, I don't believe that, especially with developers. I don't care if a developer says that this is my personal Twitter account, because on that personal Twitter account, you announce that you work for Blizzard. That then is not a personal account. You have a blue check mark because you work at Blizzard. Whenever you are on a development team or a team of any company like that on social media, especially social media like Twitter where you get verified through, you have more responsibility when you're a part of a company like that. So you should handle yourself better on any social media platform when you're a part of a company and you put that company and what you work in your profile. At that point, it's no longer just a personal account, because your words reflect those companies' values. I don't know why people are so surprised about this. It seems like a no-brainer to me, but so yeah, maybe. And the I don't punch down, I don't punch up, I punch back. I don't think Asmongold has ever, in my opinion, punched down on someone. I wouldn't even call his takes and defense against his company like attacks on people. You can't look at current retail WoW and the systems in place in there and tell me that you don't think that some of those design decisions are asinine, incompetent, because they are. I left because of those system changes. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a good game, that people can't enjoy it. They can. It could also be a better game without those systems in it. I usually don't hear people saying no, it couldn't when that's said. They go past that. Kind of weird. So I was very comment on this. I was like, totally agree with you, man. Give him those hands. Paradox, another guy that I know I follow. I have it in his Discord and everything. I agree with him. The way that he handles the community is awesome. And he does that. He promotes games positively when you can and call out the bad when you have to. That's what you have to do as when you're in this space. You love MMOs and stuff. Give them praise when they deserve it, but call out all the stuff that they do wrong. Don't white knight these games, people. that doesn't make this genre better. Don't feel like that you have to completely white knight protect this game with your dying breath, because that doesn't help the game. Maybe some of those comments that are bad about your game aren't exactly true, but maybe a part of it is. Maybe it's not 100% true. But because it's not 100% true, does that mean you shouldn't take it into account? Don't you think WoW would be a little bit better if maybe the 10% truths they took into consideration for that 10%? Maybe my having to redo my legendary grind again wasn't exactly a good system change. Maybe the constant redo grind every patch isn't every major patch isn't a good thing for the game. Maybe the constant for the past 2 expansions, every patch feeling like I lose power before I gain more. Maybe we need to look at that stuff. So on this one, I think, is the Twitter post that was the guy saying about Asmongold being streaming Final Fantasy, that he was calling for people to mass report him so that he wouldn't be able to play. They didn't want him or his community in Final Fantasy. So, and then a WoW dev not only liked that tweet, but then commented on, yes, quote, yes, that guy's an asshole. So yeah, call that out. A dev who represents a company should know better. Should not be promoting harassment like that. I don't care if it's a harassment against a streamer who should know better. Or should know better. Shouldn't happen to anyone. I don't agree with a lot of this. And I don't get why Asmongold gets this. We've had plenty of times where Bellier and Preach have said in like interviews, even interviews with Ian, like after it's done, like, this guy does not know or understand this community. What is he talking about? And I mean, and when that comes up, you don't attack them like you do Aspen like this. And I just don't understand this. I really don't. I also don't believe in that one either. And on his like react segments and his intros, it's like he's reacting to videos and maybe some of the cinematics, and they're not really all that negative. Like the last cinematic reaction he did, he didn't say it was a bad cinematic. He said it was a good cinematic. He just wanted it to be longer, and it should be. There are so many positives of why it should be longer to tell the story better. Personally, I wish WoW would get rid of all the canon stories and put those in game to be experienced in game. Yeah. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with these at all. I really don't. I really think they're just trying to find someone to blame for all this, and all of a sudden they think that it's Asmon. Ugh. Actually, let's go back here. So, I guess I bring that up to say one more thing here real quick, and we'll get straight on to the Final Fantasy stuff. As soon as I started Final Fantasy, I first started DPS, and I leveled straight to unlocking Gunbreaker, because that's what I wanted. I wanted Gunbreaker tank. The first dungeon I did, I was prepared. Anxiety wise, I was like, here comes the circle again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And this reaction almost like broke me down. As I went into my first dungeon with Gunbreaker, immediately said, hey, this is my first dungeon as tank. Sorry. And I would do the same thing. I would post this message, the first thing that I would type in chat in a dungeon on WoW was, hey, this is my first time tanking. Please be patient with me as I'm learning. Which, by the way, 50% of the time I did that in WoW, you would have 2 or 3 people leave a normal dungeon. Yeah, it was real fun back then. So I'm prepared for that when I type this message out. And the first message I get is, don't worry, do the trash, just AoE the trash, turn your tank button on, do the trash, and when we get to the boss, I'll let you know what you have to do, if it's tankish bank or not, or if there's simple mechanics you need to avoid. And I was blown away. And while I was tanking, I would pull one. The healer would rightfully tell me, "Hey, it's okay. I can heal more. You can get another. You can do another pull with this and make it go a little bit faster." And had me learn the dungeon that way. And it was such a more positive tanking experience. I was blown away. After that one dungeon, I almost like teared up and everything. It was what I always wanted. What I always hoped would happen every expansion with WoW. And I wanted to play tank. It's what I always wanted to happen, and it just never did. Final Fantasy gave me that. And it's because of that I am Final Fantasy bound now. I still may be looking quite forward ahead to Ashes of Creation and stuff like that, just because I love their concepts a bit better. But Fall is my current MMO. Final Fantasy's that thing right now, man. That's what I love. That's what I'll play. Because they gave me that experience. They gave me such a positive experience my first time tanking. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders during that, and I was taking for a while until I was like, let me try out Ninja. Let me try out this other DPS as I did Gunbreaker from 50 to 70 straight going through the main story quest and everything. Figured I'd get to Ninja, try and figure out the ninjutsu system, and if I liked it or didn't. And I didn't know if I would or not. And completely surprised me that I loved it. That's an EPS class. And I'm like, hey, I want to play tank, but I love this. I don't know if this is going to be my main or Gunbreaker's going to be my main, but they're both going to be leveled up, and I'm going to have that choice now. I'm going to have a choice instead of it being forced on me. That's something that WoW never gave me. The WoW community never allowed me that choice. Sorry, guys. But yeah, the WoW community never gave me that choice at all. So Final Fantasy has my support, has my loyalty. And I can truthfully say I don't think I'll ever be returning to WoW. And that's not even taking into account the current state that's going on in WoW and Activision at the moment, or Blizzard and Activision at the moment. It literally comes down to, I have seen constant failings in the design team and the systems they implement. And the culture, the development team of how each expansion is going to go, how each patch is going to go. And it's just so not fun that I just said, no, not anymore. And that's just on the design team. I don't even want to get into the new stuff they've been doing at the cash shop and all of that, man. That's even just more onto the pile of reasons why I won't go back. So, with that said, guys, we're going to do this rant be over, finally, please. And let's get into the Final Fantasy, man. What we really need to be getting into right now. I thank you guys for coming in, dealing with my rant and my speak. I needed to get this out. I'm going to clip this off, put it in video and stuff like that. I have a couple more videos coming out that are clips from the stream and everything, because I talking about stuff that need to be talked about. But let's go ahead and get this. I say that, but there is one more thing that I would like to see real quick before we start things off. So Final Fantasy will sit here for a minute. As I wanted to see this earnings report thing. So let's go to the game and let's see this. Because I did want to see this. Oh, and by the way, fragilities, let me actually play your thing while I'm here. So I think everyone should get their name at least on there and everything. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get into this.
In just 4 years, Blizzard has lost almost half of its monthly active users, from 46 million to 26 million, reveals Activision's Blizzard's latest statements. That is insane. That is absolutely fucking crazy. Oh my god. That's a oof? That's a ooh. That's so, oh my god, that's bad. Wow. What is this? Such devastation. And this isn't even like me. Like, as I said, this is not me. This is not something that I'm doing, etc. This is just something what's happening. Like, what I'm really
and I think what's really interesting here, here's Legion. Yeah, and it had dipped off and then climbed and climbed and climbed. So you would think, so right here is about halfway through Legion expansion here. So Legion is where they started implementing some systems that just didn't mesh well with the community, and then it just continued through BFA and then Shadowlands. It's what I've said. Why I turned away
is, what does it look like in Q4? Because right now there have been so many people that have left, not just WoW, but like other Blizzard games. Because obviously, like, WoW has done very badly. And on top of that, people have had the lawsuit, they've left. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it went under 20. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up. There's actually a Bellier video I wanted to watch.
Now, there are other things to talk about. Let's do the earnings call.
Let's go.
So, okay. Look, we've already covered a bunch of this on the news channel, but there are... there's plenty to talk about here just for like the games. What to know? Well,
I really do appreciate Bellier doing this. He puts his cam over on the other side because he knows I'm just gonna watch all his videos anyway. So just to make it a better experience for the React viewers, he's just preemptively put his camera on the other side of the screen, and that way, you know, we just have everything planned out and prepared ahead of time. I think this is just great.
6 million MAUs. That's down 1 million from last quarter, even though TBC Classic launched.
That's a lot.
9.1.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, we covered this in the news video as well. But the real spicy number here is that 26 million monthly active users is the same as Q1 2016, which, if you've got a half-decent working memory, you'll remember that is before Overwatch launched and also in the middle of Warlords of Draenor's content drought. That's how bad it is for Activision Blizzard. Well, how bad it is for Blizzard specifically. They have undone 5 years of growth.
Yep.
Straight up.
Sure have.
Well, it's more than that. Wouldn't it be less? Because now Overwatch brings in a new audience and you're aggregating that into it. So if you average it out, it would be even less than that. 5 years wasted.
They're back to there.
It's
but
embarrassing.
They're achieving that same number
Sucks.
with more products,
Wow.
Yep.
which is not the best sign.
No, it's not.
So if we actually
Wow,
dive into
guys.
the numbers then, and it's fun because I forget where you got it from, but there's the whole thing of Overwatch having 10 million MAUs at a point,
Yeah.
which then means you
a
subtract
lot.
that from everything else, and oh dear, it starts to look worse.
And oh my God, they're at this point, with Classic, with both World of Warcraft Classic and Burning Crusade Classic. Like that was supposed to bring more people in.
Yeah.
But for
that was October 2020, so it's probably
Maybe they shouldn't have put a storm out in a Burning Crusade store. I mean, I don't know. What do I know?
maybe closer to maybe 7 or 8 million
yeah,
now, but yeah.
so
10 million on its own, and then on top of that, they lost that much. Holy shit!
number one, a bit of context here, everyone.
Wash
This is all
hands.
during
Why would I do
COVID.
that?
Most game companies experienced growth in COVID
Record
because
growth.
the
Yeah,
fuck else was anyone going to do?
exactly.
And you'd especially think that an MMORPG would do well during COVID.
Especially.
Well,
Well,
I
it did.
think
Final Fantasy did
pretty
great.
much if you go back to this quarter last year, they're down 6 mil. Right? That's a lot. So if we look here, and you can see how they can carefully
What?
construct their messaging to make it all seem like it's going good.
Their investor narrative game is real strong.
Yeah. Now they
Real
can't
strong.
they cannot escape that number.
Net bookings grew double-digit percentage. Subscriber numbers and hours played were higher following the release. Wow, I would have never expected that. Much stronger engagement this year than typical outside of a modern expansion year. Yes, because of Burning Crusade Classic.
They
Yeah.
cannot escape 26 mil. But
It's deceptive.
World of Warcraft net bookings grew again a double-digit percentage year over year. So that is Q2 of 2021 versus Q2 of 2020. Now, what was going on in Q2 of 2020? Because Visions of N'Zoth was Q1.
Uh-huh.
Nothing.
Nothing like
Basically nothing. Okay, so we're up a double-digit percentage
nothing.
year over
Alright.
year. Point is, though, this is a Q2 with a major launch with Classic versus a pretty empty Q2 in 2020. So that's obviously not good. Subscriber numbers and hours played were higher following the release of the Burning Crusade Classic.
Would have
That's-
never expected that.
I should hope so.
I
Well,
couldn't
wow.
believe when I read that. I was like,
It's
that
crazy.
is so against
What?
logic. Release game, people
No.
play it. What?
People put, they
I
put
think-
out a game.
I think,
People
like,
played
to
the
be
game.
serious for a
No
second. I
crap,
actually think that
Blizzard.
if they are going out of their way to type subscriber numbers and hours played were higher following the release, that shows
Yep.
they have fuck all else to say.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say. So I think that's
Not
that's a
wrong.
Yeah.
real good point to keep in mind when you're reading through these things. It's
That
always
seems real and
they
true.
will tell you they will tell investors everything that's good. If they have nothing to say, it means they have nothing good to say.
Yes. For our second line, World of Warcraft remains on track for much stronger engagement this year than is typical outside a modern expansion year. What does that even mean? Because I mean, it's obviously going to be less than BFA and Classic.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be less than that.
Yeah.
So you're just comparing to previous.
Yeah. So are they?
Right, so-
Oh, I know what they're doing. They're saying typical outside of a modern expansion year because there's no modern expansion year that has high no time outside of a modern expansion that has high engagement. Right?
Yeah, no, it's basically right. Here's what it's basically saying. This is better than the patch 7.2 quarter. 7.2, I think, was Q1, but you get my point, right?
Yeah, it's about right.
Just no expansion coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engagement, and again, like another thing to keep in mind is the words that they use in these investor meetings. These are the words that drive the game because the people that are in the investor meetings are the ones driving the company.
Year of patches. Yeah, of course. I would hope a major product release is better than typical. So then when we move in, Hearthstone, they
Yep.
say that Forge and the Barons delivered expansion over expansion, net bookings growth for a second consecutive release. From what I understand there, Hearthstone had severe health issues
I believe it did. Yeah.
as a game, and they are basically trying to claw that back. I must admit, I am not, close to the pulse of Hearthstone, so I couldn't really tell you.
Me neither.
They then said that with the latest expansion, United and Stormwind launching today, and Mercenaries, a new mode of popular role-playing, in the popular role-playing genre planned.
Does anybody even play Hearthstone? I feel like I don't really ever play.
know a
Like I
couple
don't know
people that
anybody
play
that really
Hearthstone.
plays Hearthstone at all. I do, really. That's crazy. Like I feel like it kind of fell off. Maybe that's just because I don't see it as much.
Financial performance to strengthen in the second half of the year. Yeah, cool, fair enough. I mean, by all of your accounts at least, they do cool shit in Hearthstone. It seems like there's stuff I need to go
That's
look
cool.
up.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Hearthstone, like if you just go back to Hearthstone every 6 months, there'll be some great content for you to enjoy for free. You know, honestly, if like I look at their lineup and I'm like, I feel like Hearthstone's the best thing they're making right now. That said,
Wow.
I'm not a huge Diablo fan, so I don't really care personally too much about Diablo 4.
That's
And
crazy.
Overwatch 2, I'm not super hyped on anyway.
I mean, like Overwatch 2, everything, as I said, it's like whenever Mr. Krabs built the second Krusty Krab next to the first Krusty Krab because he wanted more money. And it's the same building.
yeah.
You know, that's basically what I feel like Overwatch 2 is. I would say also with the with Diablo 4, Diablo 4 looks really good.
Yes.
I want to make this
it
very
does.
clear. Like everything about Diablo 4 that we've seen so far has been really, really good. There's
Yes.
been nothing
Yes,
that's
it
been
has.
bad about Diablo 4 so far.
But I feel like, they're
Yes.
actually kind of knocking it out of the park with Hearthstone. At least as far as I can tell. I don't engage with it competitively because
PvP, yeah.
I'm not going to
So far, yeah,
buy a
so
load
far.
of boosts or grind a load of
Yeah.
cards.
Like for me, in Hearthstone, I enjoy any of the single player stuff
Yeah.
or arena, just because I just enjoy the draft. I
Yeah.
think it's like a neat way to play. Not that I'm the biggest fan.
That's
of the
why I did
monetization
Magic.
Of it.
Drafting in Magic was
That
so
said,
fun.
You could also say I'm just not
Friday
good enough
Night
for the
Magic,
monetization
boys.
to be in my favor. If I could
Yeah.
just win more of those arenas. So okay, Diablo 2 Resurrected coming out September 23rd. Big thumbs up. So very happy about that.
September-
Diablo Immortal.
Wait, Diablo Resurrected is on September 23rd? Holy fuck, that's in like a month. That's dude, I didn't realize it was that fast. New game.
Delayed next year. Half
I'm
one.
actually really
As
excited
they say,
for
it's
Diablo
received
2.
excellent feedback in its gameplay, and
I'm still on the fence. I'm actually buying it or not right now. I don't know. I still don't know yet right now.
with this Diablo Immortal, I mean, by all accounts, it's actually a good game. Now, if I can just hook in a little gamepad and there,
No, I'll go on record and I'll say it. I think Diablo Immortal will be a great game. I will. I think it will be completely fine. People were not mad about Diablo Immortal. People were mad that it wasn't Diablo 4. It's like if you go to a fine Italian restaurant and they bring you out a steak, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I thought I was supposed to get spaghetti. Or if you go to a steakhouse and they bring you out a really nice pizza, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I thought I was here for steak. So it's not necessarily that Diablo Immortal is going to be bad. It's that people expected Diablo 4. Diablo Immortal will be fine.
you go, I could play a little bit of Diablo on the go. Not that I do that
Yeah.
that often.
Wrong
anyway.
target audience, exactly.
But
Yeah. It's not that bad.
it's just, will they fuck it up with monetization? That's
Yes.
the big thing.
Yes.
Because it seems like what they actually have got is a very successful translation of Diablo over, to the mobile format.
Somebody's got to pay for that.
You know what? Yeah. Put a controller onto my iPad. Bam. Good Diablo experience. Could play Diablo.
I don't know. I really don't know why. This is a genuine question. I do not know why Diablo Immortal is not being ported or somehow made compatible to be played on a PC. I don't understand why that's bad.
Immortal have as good an experience as just say me playing Dead
There's
Cells on my
emulators?
iPad, which I've
Yeah,
done and
that's
has been
too
a
much
great
work.
experience. It's just, will they fuck it with the monetization? We do not
There's
know. I don't
literally
think COD
no
Mobile
financial
is, like,
reason
pay to win
not to
or any
always
of
put
that
that on
bullshit.
PC as
No,
well.
I think they've done a pretty good job of that.
So yeah, maybe, who knows? And then for Overwatch 2, they just said that they passed a important internal milestone in recent weeks.
Oh, thank God.
So that was basically it for their,
Thank
their
God.
main big slide.
Wow. Well, that pretty much settles it then. I mean, there's a major internal like that. There it is. Everyone has phones. Yeah, everybody does have phones. As I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with what Blizzard did with it. The thing is, like, I feel bad for the guy that had to announce Diablo Immortal. Because, like, that guy knew that it was going to be bad. You knew, like going into it that like he was gonna have people throw shit at him. Like they didn't really, right? But it's metaphorical, right? And like, people get mad. He was gonna get clowned on. And I feel bad for him. I do. And it sucks that the leadership put him up to that. It really does. And I think that honestly, I think they should have cobbled together some sort of announcement that Diablo 4 is coming, even if it wasn't like a cinematic or anything like that, because I do think they really threw their developers under the bus. You know, that guy's getting memed on forever now. Like in 10 years, that guy's still going to get memed on. Because like, it's not like they were, yeah, he was dealt a losing hand. And it's like he said something, oh, don't you guys have phones? Like, what's he supposed to say? It's going to be good, guys. Just wait. It's going to be like, what's he supposed to say?
I mean, he's not wrong there. Not wrong at all, man. All right, let's get this started here. Let's get this going. Done enough BSing around. All right, let's get in here. Let's get this done. Purchase the mini. Alright, let's gamble. Go for it. Man, let's go with that one. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Close. Close. Womp womp womp. Oh, that was a lot of talking in the beginning, man. I'm glad I got that stuff off my chest. Really do. Hey. Part of me is glad for the negativity I experienced with the WoW community because it pushed me to this. Pushed me to this game. Couldn't be more happier where I'm at. So, thank you. Thank you for beating me down completely forever. Let's see if this queue actually pops on time and everything. Which it should. Hopefully. Let's do one or two of these here while we're waiting. Still win. I'll rematch that while we're waiting. Actually, really like this game. Draw. So boom on that one. And commence this. And this done. I guess one more after this and then just do my roulettes. And And then I get to figure out the other dungeon. Shouldn't be too long now until I just need to hit 70, and then I can start doing the main story quest again. I do thank you guys for tuning in, and those that stayed during my almost hour-long rant against the current denial of how toxic the WoW community is. I do appreciate you guys coming in, having that little chat with me and everything. Got him. 15%. I actually haven't screwed up this time. There we are. go, here we go. Another trash. Oh crap. Almost got caught by that guy. Dead at the same time. I died on this one last time. Let's see what happens this time. Yeah, actually win that one. Yeah, I missed that one. Whee! Get this on, man. And there's my other level. And I have rested experience, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, come on. Get this done. Get this done. Give me a second. this going. There you go. Got it that time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There we are. So 66 now. What does that put me at? Let me bring up that guide I was using. All right. Let's get this let's get this going now then. Oh, yep. Here. Click the spoiler. I am now set to 67. So do the roulette. It's our selection. This one says 9 minutes till pop. Oh man. Alright, let's get this going. Well, I mean, where do I second start? Let's try and get some of this while I'm waiting. Oh, yeah. Just to get some more of the monies. Red wins that time. Rematch. Draw. Rematch again. So number 41 in the queue for the London roulette. So going first. Ice to win. Rematch again. Oh. Yeah. I totally botched that one. I botched that one completely. Ugh. Blue goes first, so I'm gonna play that guy. I'm gonna do that. Get me turn first again. I'm gonna put a ranger there in the corner. He gets flipped. Rematch there. And here we are. Finally. I'm sorry guys, my allergies are kind of bad today. That's why I've been rubbing my eyes a lot and everything. Alright, let's go in. So then we have this one to do, and then 2 more. Then I should beat some of that stuff. I'm looking at 10:30 right now. I should be really close. should be pretty close. Sweet. Let's get this done. Second to last. Well, there are usually 3 boss dungeons, so second boss. are. This is easy. Hold on. I'll get this last boss done. Listen to the boss. Here we are. All right. Boss fight of the day. Easy peasy. Good. I don't want. All right, let's. So that was that one. That was the leveling one, right? Yep. So now let's try the trial one. Oh, Hades is coming to consoles later this week. That's cool. Good for them, man. Hades needs some more love. Let's see what this is. There's that little art commission thing going on. Oh, here we go. Finally, that trial popped. so I get assassinate. Cool. says less than 5 minutes. We will see.
Listen!
Hey, Slimy Gaming, thank you for the follow. How's it going? If you're in here. Oh, we're waiting on one healer. Come on. It's Scepter. Accept it, please. Oh. Here we go again. Come on, let's get this going. I see you, Mama, and I do appreciate it. Okay, let's get this going. Waiting on people to finish the cinematic. Come on. Come on, people. Alright, let's see. Come on, guys. Start this up. Please start it up. Boom. And there we are. Easy, easy.
Hey, listen!
Thank you for the follow. Hope everyone coming in is having a great night. I know right now it's just kind of boring right now because I've been trying to get caught back up to the main story quest. And I do apologize for that. I know how boring that can be a little bit, especially with this. Well, then I'm in B. Boo. Don't care. Nope. see. Easy boss. Don't even really need to do any of the mechanics. Easy, easy. And there we go. Deleting the dragon. Delete the dragon. Deleting it. Has been deleted. This guy and one more. And those that can hear, thank you for the lurks, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate it all. guys, 5%. You can do it. I don't know what happened. Here we are. Cool. No one res those. And there we are. So 67 now. Alright, so now it is Doma Castle now. It's 11. Let's see if we can at least get one run in before I call. Let me make sure. Alright, now we're just waiting. Still waiting on him. Oh dang. It says average time 5-minute wait. Let's see if that actually happens. It's so close. Let's see what I can get. won that one. I fucked up on that one, too. Are you winning, Jim? Trying to get some of this card stuff. Doing the card stuff while I'm waiting for my cue to pop. How you doing, man? How's your night going? Are you winning, Jim? Are you winning, son? Love that one. The Final Fantasy music is good. Like, you can't deny that. What are you doing? I'm gonna lose this one. Completely agree with that, man. It's mid-afternoon. What are you living at? 'Cause right now, where I'm at, it's like an hour before midnight. Come on, I can get this. Ah, Australia. Alright. Good day and whatnot. I'm gonna try, man. Just sitting here waiting for my cue to pop to do another dungeon. Gotta get this guy all caught up to the main story quest. Dude, I love it, man.
Hey, listen.
Hey, Dirty Run, thank you for the follow, man. Really do appreciate it. Yep. A lot of my stuff is Legend of Zelda base. You know, just like, boom. Let me see. When I do my full, like, green screen stuff, I also have this stuff going on. But yeah, I do a lot of Legend of Zelda stuff. My I have a half sleeve going on right now. That's Ocarina of Time. I need another camera so that I can actually, like, while I'm on screen, I can switch to my seated position and stuff, and then I could, like, go and just a lot of planning, man. Just watching a lot of streams, taking down some notes, and plan that shit out. This whole, like, moving text and stuff like that, you can make that in After Effects. I paid someone to do it for me. I had extra money then. The effects and everything itself, I believe it was like $350. So I do a lot of video editing on stream and stuff like that too. So I do that. So you have the MMO stuff. I do a gaming news segment, which I craftily did like a newsroom type thing here. So at the newsroom stuff like this, I also do a weekly D&D thing, D&D session with a bunch of my friends and stuff, and I stream that for us, and then I do the MMO content and stuff like that. And I also just kind of talk about random stuff and everything like that. I know. I try and get people in here, trying to create a community and everything like that around either tabletop RPGs, MMOs, and the gaming news and stuff, man. Just try to bring people in. I'm doing that as well as I can do. Well, dude, here. Both my YouTube channel and my Twitter. Twitter, I post a whole bunch of stuff on there. On my YouTube, you'll find a playlist on there called Oblivion's Calling. We have 36 episodes of our D&D sessions up, and that's just this full campaign that we have going right now. And hey, all of that, liking, subscribing to YouTube, that's all free, man. I appreciate anything anyone can do. If Mama was listening, she'd tell you that I'm an awesome guy to follow. I appreciate that, man. Really do. And I do all my streaming stuff not only on Twitch, I do it on YouTube, and I do it on Facebook as well. No worries, man. Dude, I get that. And don't forget to follow here too, man. Dude, I appreciate that completely. Oh, and Doma Castle popped. Sweet. Let's go straight back to the game. I play character. My DM guy, Zadok, he mostly DMs for us. I don't exactly have a good mindset to be DMing. But I know most of what goes into that and everything. So, okay, while I'm doing this is gonna be fun. So, my current character, I had started off wanting to do like a Witcher character on that. That turned into our guy who DMs for us and everything does a lot of like the Four Horsemen lore in most of his games. So when that came about, I started interacting with the Horsemen of Death. Well, of course I follow Batman. Why wouldn't I? But my character had a lot of dealings with the Horsemen of Death for on. So when that happened, I started kind of following him, doing some work for him and everything. Then a random roll on a D100 table, because I was serving Quran, the option there that I rolled was become that which you serve. So when that happened, I basically became a being like Quran and became a Reaper. And that's what I'm playing right now. And again, all of that is all on the YouTube, following that full campaign so far. We try and do our thing once a week. Sometimes it doesn't plan out because stuff, life comes up and everything. But we try and keep up with it. About the only thing I'm lacking on right now, stream-wise, that sucks. Yeah, I know how that goes. I'm trying to get an actual like streaming schedule together, but right now it's just kind of been when I feel like it on a whim. And when I do my gaming news segments and stuff, the ones that I usually cut up for YouTube, I do that like on stream. Dude, I bet, man. I know how that is. Recently, our most recent session, we haven't been able to get one in a couple weeks, but we had something happen at the end of our last session that now a bunch of us are having to switch character sheets for a few sessions, because that's what happened. We're following each of the character sheets, so to speak, to complete a quest. I'm doing a druid. What kind of druid you doing? I guess you guys are doing off of 5e or what? Stuff, not bad. 5e is not bad, man. Our current campaign we're doing is off of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Circle the Spores, alright. Can't say I'm very familiar with that, but I get you. I will say a lot of the gaming news at the moment has been circling around Activision Blizzard and all that, so a lot of the playing of Final Fantasy right now has been therapy sessions for me because dealing with all of that news has been pretty bad. Okay. That sounds interesting. Yeah, kind of just gotta keep on it, man. When it comes to the mental health stuff. Yeah, but I also want to give people like want my news segment to be informative to people, so sometimes I gotta take the blunt on that. And sometimes I gotta cover some heavy topics and stuff. I knew that going in. Oh yeah, even today I did like an hour of just kind of conversation. There wasn't hardly anyone in here, so was mostly me getting air out and stuff, and talking about why I played the Final Fantasy, what my game experience has been like MMO-wise with WoW, and why I'm probably never going back to WoW. Not probably, I'm never going back to WoW. Yeah, my thing is I left WoW and said I wasn't coming back before all of this stuff happened with Activision Blizzard and everything. Kind of my bit. Even with this game, you still run. No, I won't say that because I've had. I still had my. I've had literally hardly any toxicity from people in this game. If you ever get the chance, there's a just for like a one-shot and stuff, there is a ninja style tabletop RPG that's really good. And it gets a lot of its setting and flair from Naruto. I don't remember the exact name of it. I'd have to look it up real quick. It's like Ninja Tales or something like that. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I play usually off stream and stuff, but I play Arena a lot. I usually hit platinum or diamond. I mostly just do ranked single format. Awesome, man. Take commander decks now. I have a friend who deals only in high dollar magic trades. I do a lot of stuff for him.
We go together! Die, die, die!
Yeah, it was my friends who got me into like the competitive side of Magic. I blame him.
Die, die, die! We go together! Ma, ma, ma!
Yep, got a whole bunch of good emotes.
Die, die, die!
I haven't had money enough to make any more emotes
Die,
and stuff
die,
like that.
die!
Alright, that was it. Yeah, that last fight is hectic, to say the least. Yeah. It is now 10 minutes before midnight, and I need to get going. So, I am going to call it here. But, Picto, thank you for coming in, man. I do appreciate it. Be sure, follow me on Twitch, man. You always have me on Twitter and everything else, man. How convenient. And hey, you'll get to know when I'm doing all of my other content and stuff, and be able to come in and join. And I'll have to see you more often, man. And I will see you later, I promise. So, everyone out there, you guys have a good night. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'll do, man. I got you. As soon as I get off on here, I'll follow you. Don't you worry. Yep. Good night, Picto. Good night, everyone else. Mama, if you're still lurking, good night to you. And I'll see you guys later.